Hey, what's up guys, this is Sky475 here with the unboxing and review of Miracol's double action or dual action ball pump. So this is a little hand pump that you can buy on Amazon for around $10. I'll have the link in the description as usual. I did receive this for product reviewing purposes, so I'll be giving you my unbiased and thorough review. As you can see, it is able to pump up the balls that you would expect, your basketball, soccer, volleyball, football, anything that would require a typical needle pump style. This should be able to pump up that ball. So just for quick tips, you always want to make sure that you moisten the needle before you start pumping. That way you prevent the needle from puncturing and creating unnecessary cracks and holes in the actual rubber area that you inflate the ball with. So that's pretty much it. That's the look at the back, and here you can already see the product. So let's just go ahead and box this thing. Okay, here we are. It comes with 4 replacement needles, and there's already one right here, so it comes with 5 needles essentially. And this is fully rotatable. And why it says dual action is that while you can pump it when you're pushing it this way, it will pump air through the needle, and also when you're extending it, it will also be pumping air. So that way you essentially get to pump up your balls a lot faster, twice as fast, as opposed to the only single way pumping style. So here's a quick look at it. It's blue and it has these little bumps for grip, which feels really solid. Nothing going on in the back. And then to replace the needles, you just twist this, and then you can pull this part out, and then you would also pull this out of the rubber part. So unfortunately, as you can see, it is not able to be compatible with bike tires. So even if you remove the needle, this part is not able to fit the valve of the bicycle tire pump to pump up bicycle tires, which is definitely a bummer in my opinion. There are definitely hand style pumps like this that are able to pump up both balls and bicycle tires, and unfortunately this is not one of them. So that's definitely a bummer. So now let's just go ahead and get into the review. So like I said before, it's not able to do that. That's probably the main thing. That's actually part of the review. But I've been using this for a little bit longer now, and I have to say that there's definitely a reason why they give you 4 extra needles. These are kind of flimsy. In fact, I can actually kind of bend them here myself, so if you're not careful, these can easily snap. But honestly, if you're an adult and you handle this properly, it shouldn't really be a problem. I'm able to pump up my basketball and my football, no problem. And as you can see, there's a little notch right here. That's where the air goes through. And since this is a hand pump, this is really small, so it's a good thing they have the dual action, because I do end up having to pump quite a bit times just to inflate the balls. But since sports balls tend to be pretty small anyways, they only be too pressurized, so this usually fits the bill. Maybe that's also a reason why they didn't make this compatible with bicycle tires. You probably would have to be pumping this quite a few times. So I think it's okay. I think that I had no real problems pumping it. I think the main gripe about this thing is just that I wish they made the needles more reinforced. I would much rather them have better needles and fewer needles than give me a bunch of crappy needles. They're not really crappy, but you know, I wish they're just a little bit more reinforced. Not that big of a deal. And then I wish that once I remove the tip here, this could also be used as a bicycle pump, and unfortunately it can't be. Another thing is that I wish they had thought of a better storage option. Right now I'm keeping this in a gallon freezer bag, which is not a big deal since it is only like 8 inches long. But what I'm worried about is this thing poking out of the bag. So I wish that they could have put the needle somewhere in like the back or something. And there are, let me show you. And there are like little holes right here, which I had originally thought that's where you would put the pins in, but actually they don't fit at all. So I don't know what they were thinking about with this, but I wish that they could have implemented a way to put the needle somehow in the back to store it. That'd been so much better and much more safe than just having this poke out here in the freezer bag. So that's why I'm deducting 1 star, because for the value I don't think it's a bad pump, but they're definitely comparable pumps out there that are just a couple bucks more, maybe, that have not only dual action, maybe, but also have the capability of pumping both your sports equipment balls as well as your bicycle. So that's pretty much it for the review of this product. Hope you found it helpful. As usual, please give it a like if you did. Subscribe to my channel, Skyforce95, for more product reviews and unboxings like this. Thanks for watching.